Good evening. Crowd caps, seated service only and supermarket check-ins will be scrapped next week under eased restrictions many had been waiting for. The plan unveiled just as Omicron peaks, but the Premier is confident high vaccination levels will see us through.
From next Thursday, Perth will be free to party. Festivals like Fremantle's Somersault, which had been postponed due to level 2 restrictions, can now go ahead. Jimmy Barnes is back on too.
It is good news, and it is, obviously very welcome news for a lot of our industry.
No more crowd caps for large events, just the 2 square metre rule.
Yes, it is safe. It also gives people the confidence now to be able to purchase tickets knowing that the restrictions are lifted and the events can go ahead. And good news for, West Australians in general that the restrictions are easing.
Restaurants, pubs and nightclubs will go from 150 patrons to 500, with that cap removed right before the Easter long weekend. And you can now drink while standing.
This is the news we've been waiting for, to plan and to understand and know what we're going to be able to do into April and whether staff are going to have jobs or not.
You'll still need to check in at bars and restaurants, but not at the supermarket or shops. You can have 30 people at your house, 200 at a private outdoor event. A bump to 75% capacity at stadiums like Optus, just in time for next weekend's derby. You won't need to wear a mask at the footy either, but there's still required indoors and for children in year 3 or above. But the virus is still running rampant. The Eagles today ruling out 5 more players under COVID protocols, the entire team now being PCR tested. Cases in the community at an all-time high too, around 8,600 new infections today. More than 200 people are in hospital, 9 in ICU. The Health Department announced 7 new deaths, aged in their 40s to 90s since March 11. It takes our total to 19 during the Omicron wave. But the Premier is confident in easing restrictions during our peak.
Our rates of hospitalisation and intensive care and the very low rate of people passing away has been world leading. And that means, based upon real-world experience, we can make these decisions.
The announcement too little, too late for some. One of WA's biggest community events, HBF's Run for a Reason, already cancelled.
What we've seen today is a clear indication that the state government will lift restrictions as soon as they're in a position to do so.
The hospitality industry hopes it won't be long until the 2 square metre rule is scrapped as well. It's sparking huge losses for small cafes without the space to make it work, like Sayers in Leederville.
At the end of the day, we've got to get back to operating normally. The East Coast is operating as if there's no COVID at all.
We're going to monitor carefully. We don't know yet because we have to watch what occurs. But those basic measures will be in place for some time.
It seems vaccine passports and jab mandates will be too.
We've got to drive our 3rd dose rate up.
Another change is that people who've recovered from COVID won't be considered a close contact for 12 weeks after they've been infected. That's up from 8 weeks. The Premier also flagged COVID rules for schools could change in term 2, so expect an announcement on that soon. He also made it clear that there is no work from home requirement and that people should be going into the office. Lots to get our heads around today, Michael.
I think we're heading in the right direction though. Natalia, thank you.